Well, good morning. I'm in the first in the tiny show, and bad day yesterday. We lost our Libby. Um, I'll blame myself forever. She got attacked by a hawk in the backyard, and I did not go along with her on her walk. Her and Franny walked over to the chicken coop, like they have been doing. They love the chickens, and Franny still does. And the only thing we can tell, we never saw it, was that a hawk grabbed her and she was able to escape and get under a bonsai bench I had built. And when she came back in, I did not notice it initially, but she was not acting hurt, but acting strangely, I'd say. And we took her, and we had an operation done, had her sewed up, and she really seemed as though she was recuperating. And took her back to get her drainage removed, we thought, and they said that her wounds in her skin were not healing and wouldn't less than 50% chance healing again, and she was going to need another major surgery. And at 14, coming off of the surgery a week ago, and she was struggling with her breathing, coughing, hacking, and we just decided that she'd suffered enough. And God bless you, Franny, or Libby. Attacked the day after her 14th birthday. That's off, Libby. Well, that said, moving on back to the truck camper. Like I said, I'm sitting in here now. I'm figuring out a way for Franny to be in here with me, and I see it's very clear. I'll build a fold-out step on the passenger side, and she can climb up here, and then she can get up onto the long step, I'll call it, and then back into the bed area. And I'm debating on that configuration. I need to shop back it out, and then I can lay the 2 pads I have down. And I may not put it over this red desk pad permanently. I may end up just putting it in the fold pad. And I have pictures I'm going to post, a video that goes through the pictures, maybe 30, 40 seconds a piece, and select them to not double. But I've got to get back in there, and I've got to get the ceiling insulated and a board cut for the back wall, which is the front wall, which faces the front dashboard. I decided not to put a window in there now. That could change because there's a perfect slot for one, and with Franny up there, she would love to have the sun shining on her from that window. But my worry is that it's a prime location for a leak. So I don't know if I want to run that risk. So right now, no painting, no window, and I'm going to put in a painting. I've got to extend a oak or a cedar board, 2x6, back to the back at the top of the logs. It's half logs, quarter logs probably, and they are actually just cut down 10 by 2s, 10 by 3s maybe, into log shape. They're really beautiful. I love them. I'm glad I did them. And that's the work I have. The ceiling is only none done. The angle is fresh cedar, live edge, and it may need some paneling cut pieces in there to block. I'm probably going to take these baskets down because they hide the wall and they aren't as attractive as I was hoping. I don't know what I was hoping for, but utility. And I'll probably put them up underneath beside the window that goes into the cab when I get it done. Let me see if I can. Those. I put them up to get them up because I needed to put stuff in them, and I have, but I just think they junk that up. If anything, I may insert a shelf here with a cleat or two and have a shelf. The problem with shelves in a camper, moving vehicle, let's say, moving living vehicle, is that they don't do well when you're moving. They actually do horribly. So, if I put a shelf, I'd have to box it in, and I may order a little bit more, or find that I already have a piece of cedar that's available. Maybe one of the live edge shelves outside, and I'll just put a regular board, cedar board in there, and then I could box it in. Maybe build 3 boxed in cedars. Might look better. But okay, it's February 22nd, early. It's raining. I don't know. You probably can hear the rain on the metal roof. It's a great ambience. Then there's another piece I want to build. I've been thinking it over in my mind. It would be an insert when we travel where I would take it and fold it out on the deck or the bed, and then with pins attach it to the floorboard of this. So I could get a little wider. I could probably go that much wider around and have a place to sit out there. I want to make it, I don't want to make it a thick deck board thing where it's going to be heavy. I'm probably going to try to build a frame first and then see how that, and then hinge it so it goes like this. So when I put it in, it would sit in that gap so I could close the camper or the truck, the bed, and then when I open the bed, I'll pull that out, open it, have the pins handy, and pop them in all from the ground. And then I'm building a new ladder, a more attractive ladder and less heavy, to be a road ladder, which I haven't figured out how I'm going to store it when I drive. I've had a couple ideas, as maybe like a ladder truck has things on the side to hold its ladder. Possibly do it on in the gap that has no window on the side. But I'll see. I did a practice run yesterday. I went to Giant Eagle and changed my clothes in the cut, and I felt it out. I had always thought it was going to be a good working spot, and I don't think so. It's very noisy there, and lot of activity, which I thought would be a good thing, but not for working. So from there I traveled to the Pines, which is about 3 miles, 2 miles total, but a mile up the hill on Broad Street, Route 16, and I turn on Wagoner and go down to Priestley, snake it down through there, turn a right, another right, and back in. It was beautiful. I could hear the water. At this time of the year, it's a very loud water rustling sound. It wasn't the greatest because it was the President's Day was yesterday, and the kids were all out, and it was very noisy. But I've been there on a weekday, and it's desolate. So it'll be perfect. So I guess this is me signing off today, and once again, Godspeed Libby.